to see Travis, and he chose to have a chill night with her on Friday. Page 6. A source said she spent the weekend with him but did not disclose when she left. October 11th. Multiple sources tell TMZ that Swift is planning to travel to Kansas City to attend Kelce and the Chiefs game against the Denver Broncos. Swift spends that evening at her year's concert film premiere in Los Angeles, where Beyoncé comes. October 12th. The sources were right. Swift is photographed with Donna Kelce at Kelce's game against the Broncos on Thursday. This time, she pairs a black dress with a Chiefs jacket. October 13th. After the game, it seems as though Swift spent the night at Kelce's house in Kansas City. Pictures shared by the Daily Mail show her security vehicle parked outside his home on Friday morning. It was the white SUV seen picking her up from the airport. On that same day, a source speaking with Us Weekly said things have been going well and the new couple's friends think they're a great match. It's still so new, but they really like each other, the insider stated. They both want to try to see each other when they can and they're both understanding of each other's schedules. The source said that they've both been busy with their own things, but that has their friends convinced it's a good match. They're supportive of each other and they don't have to be by each other's side all the time, and that feels comfortable, the insider explained. They plan to carve out moments to spend together to get to know each other better. Swift will supposedly be at more games, but doesn't want to be a big distraction. Taylor doesn't want to be a distraction to Travis, the source explained. She knows it's not easy when she shows up to his games. It's a spectacle. She wants to support him and strike a balance while, at the same time, not be distracting to the team. October 14th. Swift and Kelce spend their weekend in New York City. The couple makes surprise appearances on SNL, then attend the show's after party and stay until 4 a.m. October 15th. Kelce and Swift go out to dinner that night at Waverly Inn. A source gives people detail earlier in the day about what Swift and Kelce were like at SNL's party. Taylor and Travis were there all night. And they were so smiley. They were so happy, the source began. They were so talkative. They were really fun. They talked to every single person in the room that talked to them. People's source recalled one very sweet moment, saying that Kelce takes both her hands and puts them on his shoulder, so they're face to face. And then he takes both his hands and grabs her waist. They're leaning in. They're kissing each other. They're whispering. They're talking. Going back and forth about what to order. Like, should we get a steak? Should we get espresso martinis? And then they lean in and they're kissing again. They're touching each other the whole time. Swift and Kelce mingled separately. But Kelce kept an eye on Swift. He was going over and touching her, putting his hand on her lower back or putting his hands on her waist, and then they would do a little kiss and then they would go back to talking to whoever they were talking to, the source said. He kept checking in with her, but gave her space to talk to other people in the room, both male and female, and he talked to a ton of people in the room too. They were always connected throughout the night, the source added. They were super comfortable with each other. They were very cuddly. They weren't awkward. She was really comfortable with him. And he was a total gentleman. October 16th. An eyewitness, Annie Williamson, speaks to the Messenger about what Swift and Kelce were like at Waverly Inn on Sunday night. They were in a rounded booth sitting super close to each other in deep convo the whole time. Williamson said, it looked super romantic and was super intimate. They were definitely holding hands and laughing throughout the dinner. She revealed. They were just really enjoying each other's company, she said. I cannot emphasize enough how close they were sitting. Like so close and snuggled up. That same day, an Entertainment Tonight source shuts down a rumor that Jenna Bush Hager started on Today with Hoda. And Jenna Bush Hager claimed that a friend told her Swift and Kelce were house hunting together in Kansas City. She stressed after that it was just a rumor and not confirmed by NBC News. Additionally, a source updates people on Kelce's feelings for Swift. Taylor's unlike anyone Travis has dated before, the source said. It was very unexpected for his friends. But he's so into her and very, very happy. Some people thought he was just joking around about the bracelet and having a crush on her earlier this summer. But he was serious about it, the source continued. Referencing Kelce's comments about trying to give Swift a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it. They're having a great time getting to know one another and have introduced some of their friends to each other. Their friends approve of them too. The source said, everyone's getting along and seeing how much fun they have together. They make a very cute couple. October 18th. Us Weekly gets a source to talk about Swift's feelings for Kelce. Travis is different from anybody Taylor has dated before. And she is falling for him more and more as the days go by, a source said. He goes out of his way to make Taylor feel special in any way he can. One example was through flowers. The source revealed. Taylor couldn't believe the massive bouquet of flowers Travis sent to her just because he makes her feel safe and protected. And at the same time, he supports her independence and success, the source said. Things are going really well for them. Kelce also speaks on his podcast New Heights about feeling protective of Swift. He denied pushing her security guard out of the way when they were going to the SNL after party. I feel like whenever I'm on a date, I'm always having the sense of like I'm a man in the situation, he said at one point. I'm like protective. Yeah, for sure. You always kinda have that feeling or that self-awareness, I guess. As for their SNL appearance, Kelce gave the origin story. We showed up at SNL having the idea of going to support Ice Spice. Her and Taylor are good friends, he recounted. I always wanted to meet host Pete Davidson. Been a fan of his for quite a while. Since he was actually on the show. On SNL. Later that day, TMZ reports Kelce bought a $6 million mansion in Kansas City in part to have more privacy as his relationship with Swift continues. TMZ sources stress it was just Kelce's purchase. And Swift is not a co-owner nor did she help pay for it. October 19th. Kelce will be going the distance. Literally. When Swift is on the international leg of her Eras tour in November. A source tells Entertainment Tonight that Kelce is planning to go to her show when he has off. During the Kansas City Chiefs bye week during Week 10 of the NFL season. Swift will be playing Buenos Aires, Argentina then, on November 9th, 10, and 11. The source said, Travis and Taylor are all in. The two are very into each other and are enjoying their time together but are also planning for the future. Taylor starts her international tour in November. And Travis is planning to be there to spend time with her. Travis and Taylor are very serious about their careers. And the two bond over that and want to show support for each other whenever they can. October 20th. On Friday, October 20th. Kelce shared some tips with reporters during the press conference for how fans could dress in a convincing couple's costume of himself and Swift, aka Tavis. I'll tell you what, man, that stash in the 87 jersey was pretty iconic there for a little bit and I had it when I met Taylor for the first time. So I guess my stash, he said. Adding that they might don a friendship bracelet, too. referencing the one he tried to hand off to Swift while at her July concert at Arrowhead Stadium. October 22. Swift attends Kelce's game in Kansas City. Flying in from California at 12:30 p.m., she is photographed leaving the stadium with Kelce after holding his hand. A source tells the Messenger that Swift and Kelce have become less casual. Taylor has been having a lot of fun and is soaking it all in with Travis before she leaves soon for tour, the source says. They still aren't putting a label on it, but it's getting serious. It definitely isn't a fling. October 23. The first kissing photo of Kelce and Swift comes out. Kansas City Chiefs player McCall Hardman, Jaya's girlfriend Kariah Gordon, shared it to her Instagram. Swift appears kissing Kelce's cheek in the second slide. A video additionally spreads on news outlets of Kelce reacting to being called Swift's boyfriend on Sunday. He pumps his fist in the air. October 27. During the Friday, October 27, Kelce attended the MLB game at the Globe Life Field between the Texas Rangers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The stadium played Swift's "Shake It Off" for the crowd. In footage posted on X, formerly Twitter, Kelce can be seen moving along to Swift's music. In another clip shared on her Instagram stories by the wife of Rangers player Josh Smith, Claire Cove Smith, she talks to Kelce as he walks past to the exit post-game. "We love Taylor," she tells him. To which he replies, "Thank you. Congrats on the win." Quote, she wrote over the now deleted video, "This night couldn't have ended any better. Taylor, I love you, and now I love Travis Kelce." He was also later seen singing along to Swift's "Love Story" during an after-party. October 28. A source told People that things are getting more serious. It's quickly turning more serious, the insider. They share a strong work ethic and have a huge appreciation for life and their careers. Strong family bond and values. They added that Swift sees him as sweet, goofy, and just a blast to be around. October 30. Swift is photographed flying to Kansas City from New Jersey to spend Halloween with Kelce after skipping his game that Sunday due to Eras tour prep. A source tells Entertainment Tonight later that Swift and Kelce intend to celebrate the holiday together. Travis loves Halloween and is planning on hosting some friends and teammates for a dinner party. Later on the 30th, a source tells the Messenger that Kelce's family is having a little trouble with the spotlight him dating Swift has given them. The fame has been hard on the family, that source said. None of them have privacy anymore. October 31. A source tells Entertainment Tonight that Swift and Kelce have some safety concerns about their relationship. There is a general concern about their safety given how high profile their relationship is and the added attention it's brought, the source said. They're so appreciative of their fans, but hope to keep some aspects of their relationship private going forward. This level of stardom is something new to Travis. And although he can handle it, he is still getting used to it. Safety is a major concern among everyone, especially given how passionate fans feel about their relationship. Kelce's family has given him their full support. The source added, "Everyone close to Travis loves that he is happy. He is on the path to finding that special person in Taylor." November 2023. November 1. Kelce offers his thoughts on all the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce costumes on his New Heights podcast. "It was cool," Kelce said simply. Wire People. November 3. On Friday, November 3, Kelce was interviewed during a press conference ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs' overseas game in Germany. He was asked about his status with the singer. "The latest status is I got to see her last week," he said. That's the latest status right there. Another asked if he's in love with the musical artist. To which Kelce replied, "I'm going to keep my personal relationship personal." As a follow-up, the crowd wanted to know if Swift would attend the Chiefs game against the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, November 5th. But he played coy again. "When I mention, or everyone knows, she's at the game, the Vegas line and over-under on my catches goes up and down," Kelce joked. "The spread goes up and down. So I don't want to mess with any of that stuff, I'm just going to keep that to myself." November 8th. Swift lands in Argentina ahead of her first Buenos Aires show there on Thursday. Kelce isn't with her. Kelce speaks on his podcast New Heights about his bye-week plans the same day. He gives mixed messaging, saying football is his focus, but there is a chance he could travel. Kelce started by saying he never likes to plan things on bye weeks. You just don't know how healthy you're gonna be or how you're gonna feel whether you're winning or losing. I'm not trying to go and fucking be out and about if we're out here losing. He added his primary goal is to get as healthy as possible going into arguably the biggest game on the schedule against the Philadelphia Eagles. "I definitely got the future in mind and got to get this body right. But he could also escape to somewhere warmer. I might just say, fuck it, and just go somewhere nice. I don't know. My skin's getting real pale. I gotta go somewhere sunny." His brother asked if that place was south, in part to see if Kelce would admit any Argentina travel plans. "Somewhere south." Kelce agreed. "Closer to the equator." He shares no more than that during the podcast or after. November 10th. Kelce flew to Argentina to meet Swift in Buenos Aires for her Friday night concert. But inclement weather postponed the show to Sunday. The couple ended up going to a steakhouse together, along with Swift's father, Scott Kingsley Swift. They were seen leaving the restaurant holding hands. November 11th. Swift sang to Kelce the next night, changing the lyrics of her song, Karma, to reference Kelce. During the song, Swift sang, "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs, coming straight home to me." In a video, Kelce was filmed smiling in delighted surprise, then covering his face with his hands before throwing them up in acknowledgement. And then, right after her show ended, Swift ran into Kelce's arms and gave him a kiss. November 13th. A source speaks to Entertainment Tonight about how Kelce felt about Swift's lyric change. The source started by saying that Kelce and Swift are very excited and giddy about their romance. They're very into each other. And it is clear to everyone around them, the source said. They are both excited and giddy that they can't even hide it. And don't want to. As for Swift's shout-out to Kelce on stage, the source said, Travis loved the shout-out Taylor gave him at her show, and it has been so nice for Taylor to have him there with her. Their family and friends are very happy for them and think they are great together. Gigi Hadid, meanwhile, hits back at tabloid reports that she and Selena Gomez do not approve of how fast Swift and Kelce's relationship is moving. Hadid comments on Perez Hilton's Instagram post that said, Gigi Hadid doesn't agree with the way Taylor Swift is handling Travis Kelce romance. She shares, I'm a couple days late to the stag. But didn't the press try this last week? Selena? Let it be. We are all over the moon for our girl. Period. November 14th. A source reveals to Entertainment Tonight that Swift and Kelce plan to see each other during her 2-month tour break following her South American shows. They had a great time together in Argentina and can't wait until they see each other again, hey. Source said, adding that Taylor has a 2-month break in her tour, taking December and January off. and the couple is planning to spend more time together then. Taylor and Travis are on the same page and have a lot in common, the source continued. Both are extremely close to their families and share morals and views on a lot of things. November 15. Kelce speaks on new heights about his visit to see Swift in Argentina. On Swift's lyric change, Kelce said that he had no clue it was coming. Well, I might have had a little bit of a clue, he admitted, but definitely when I heard it come out of her mouth it still shocked me. It blew me away. I was like, oh, she really just said that. He also revealed he met Swift's dad Scott there. Generally, Kelce added, for those of you who haven't seen all the videos of me on your TikTok and your Instagram feed, I was enjoying myself down there in Buenos Aires. The show was even more electric, knowing that I had a little bit more to enjoy it for. And yeah, Taylor absolutely ripped it. She killed it. And it looked like she was having some fun up there. On why he was willing to speak about the concert, he explained, I do want to keep my private life private. But this is public knowledge. I can still keep that part private, but this is public. Yeah, I went down to Argentina. And it was a whole bunch of fun. Man. Later that day, Entertainment Tonight reports that Swift and Kelce are planning to introduce their parents to each other at Monday, November 20's Kansas City Chiefs vs Philadelphia Eagles game. November 17. On November 17, Kelce gave a joking shout-out to his girlfriend on his new heights for putting him on the map. The NFL star and his brother Jason were looking through some new fan art, one piece of which showed a drawing of Kelce wearing a shirt with his own face on top of a map of the United States. It referenced an ongoing social media joke about how Kelce's relationship with Swift put him on the map, though he was obviously well known to football fans everywhere. Swifties on TikTok in particular were pranking the football-obsessed men in their lives by insisting the pop icon made him famous. On the map, Travis said as he read the shirt, putting, obviously, my face on the map. Shout out to Taylor. November 19. On Sunday, November 19, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes shared his thoughts on Swift during an interview with ESPN. When asked about how much added attention the Chiefs have been getting since the start of Kelce and Swift's relationship, Mahomes replied, I don't think it feels any different. He went on, people see the whole Taylor Swift and Travis, and they make it a huge deal. 'Cause it is a huge deal. I think it becomes a bigger deal to the fan bases than the guys who are actually in the building. I've been lucky enough to meet Taylor and see how good of a person she is, he added. I think you'd understand why it has not become a distraction or anything like that. Because everybody cares about being the best they can be every day. Mahomes has not been able to catch one of Swift's shows, but said, we'll see when we get to the off-season. Maybe I'll be traveling to Europe to go to a concert or something. November 20. Kelce's interview with WSJ Magazine comes out, where he speaks about Swift in detail. On how they first met. Someone on Swift's team helped get his phone number to her. Kelce said of when he was at her Kansas City, Missouri show. There were definitely people she knew that knew who I was in her corner who said, yo, did you know he was coming? I had somebody playing Cupid. Swift ended up contacting him to his surprise. She told me exactly what was going on and how I got lucky enough to get her to reach out. For the first date, he said he wasn't nervous. When I met her in New York, we had already kind of been talking. So I knew we could have a nice dinner and, like, a conversation. And what goes from there will go from there. His friends were more nervous than he was. He added, Everybody around me telling me, don't fuck this up, and me sitting here saying, yeah, got it. Kelce revealed he was initially hesitant to talk about Swift in press interviews. That was the biggest thing to me. Make sure I don't say anything that would push Taylor away. Now, he is more comfortable calling her hilarious and a genius. They have similar views on family and work. Everybody knows I'm a family guy, he said. Her team is her family. Her family does a lot of stuff in terms of the tour, the marketing, being around. So I think she has a lot of those values as well. Which is right up my alley.